Page 5. Oops. Okay. Let's look at 25. So f of x equals 3x minus 1. Are we getting the idea? Do we start to understand how the chain rule works, or not? Not clear?
I'm still kind of confused by it.
Which part of the
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Yes, which part of the problem is not clear? How to use it, or how to simplify it, or?
Probably how to simplify it the easiest, but I'm sure I can kind of figure it out just by seeing you do more examples.
Yeah, we have a lot more to work on. So I'll ask you again. Okay. I think I hit this. Okay. So again, this is a function. This is a function to the fourth power. How do we get the derivative? Can anyone work with me to get this through? What would be the first step? It's okay if you're wrong.
Just no.
We bring the 4 in the front.
Very good. And then what do I do? What do I write here?
4 minus 1.
Very good. Awesome. That's the first step. Now, what do we need to do?
Multiply it by the innermost part of the function.
Prime.
Oh.
Yes, you're right.
So that's called the prime. It's called
prime or derivative is the same thing.
Okay.
This is prime.
Okay.
Yeah. So what is the numerator prime? Because remember, now we are using the quotient rule. This is function 1 and this is function 2. Let me refresh your memory. 1 divided by 2 prime is 1 prime times 2 minus 1 times 2 prime over 2 squared. If you prefer it twisted for yourselves, it's fine. I accept it. I prefer 1, 2, 1, 2. You can say, no, I want 2, 1 prime minus 1, 2 prime. Fine. So the denominator will be squared. Can anyone give us the top function prime? This piece.
Can it just be 3x?
That, careful.
3.
Yes. Times the denominator. I just have to copy it.
5x minus 2.
Yep. And now the top, I copy it. Now I have to differentiate the denominator. Can anyone give us the derivative of the denominator?
5x.
Careful.
Just 5.
Perfect. Okay, that's it. And now algebra. Done. Okay, so 4, 3x minus 1. This is not good. 3x minus 1 over 5x plus 2 to the third. And let's see what we can do over there. 5x plus 2 squared and 15x plus 6 minus 15x plus 5. Okay, it cleans up nicely. 6 plus 5 will be 11. 11 times 4, 44. And then we have 3x minus 1 to the third over 5x plus 2 to the third times 5x plus 2 squared will be 5x plus 2 to the fifth. A lot of work, I understand. 1 row for algebra, for calculus, and 2 rows for algebra. I agree. Any questions on this?
How did we get 44?
6 plus 5, multiply by 4.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
No worries. Everything okay?
Where did we get to the fifth? 5x plus 2 to the
Perfect. 5x plus 2 cubed
Oh.
times
Okay.
5x plus 2 squared.
Okay, that makes sense.
Better?
Yep.
Perfect. Okay. Now,
Excuse me, there's only one part I don't get.
yes? Which
I
one?
get we do the 6 and the 5 together, multiply it by the 4, but if the 6 and 5 are part of the numerator, how come the 44 isn't? Or wait, because
I have that same question. Like, I see where you're saying that the 6 plus the 5, like you multiply that by 11, but isn't that or you multiply the 6 plus 5 by 4, but isn't that 11 the numerator of the 5x plus 2 squared?
Yeah.
basically wouldn't it be 44 over 5x plus 2 squared?
No.
Or am I missing something?
Yeah, but that's the same thing.
Oh.
So this is 4 over 1. I can multiply everything I have in the numerator. I can multiply everything I have in the denominator. That's how the product works, right? So if I have 4 times 2 over 3 times 10 over 9, can't I say 80 over 27?
Yes.
So that's what I did. 4 over 1 times 11 over this. I multiply 4 by 11. I multiply this by itself. And then these two are 5x plus 2 to the 5th.
Oh, I see now. Thank you.
Right? It's the same thing. This is 4 over 1. So I can change the order of any factor at the top and the order of any factor in the denominator.
Oh, I see what you did. I was just missing that you put the other 5x plus 2 squared with the 3 to get the
Yes,
5x
because
plus 2
I
to
noticed that they are the same. So that's why I separated, this is a fraction, as we said, it's the algebra, right? So 3x minus 1 to the third over 5x plus 2 to the third. I separated them like that because I realized that 5x plus 2 cubed times 5x plus 2 squared will be 5x plus 2 to the 5th.
Thank you. I was just missing that.
That's okay. If you have a question, always ask because there may be something that I miss. So it's better, even if there is nothing wrong, I would like to go back to it. Okay. So I'd like to explain the chain rule in further detail, in which, let's say we have a function that is of a function u, and u is a function of x. Exactly what we just had. So y is a function of u, and u is a function of x. So this is a different notation. So if we want to differentiate u with respect to x, we have first to differentiate y with respect to u, and multiply exactly, I'll go back to the original chain rule in a minute, multiply by du over dx. How come this is the same thing? Let's see how come. So here I differentiate the function with respect to g, the function with respect to g, and here I differentiate g with respect to x, u with respect to x. It's exactly the same thing, just written with Leibniz notation. So knowing that, let's take a look at an example, because we have tons of examples in the book on this. Honestly, I would just stick with the original, but they have a lot of examples, so let's work on an example. Let's say 35. on 171. Everything is on 171. So they're asking us to find dy over du, du over dx, and dy over dx. Well, I know that once I have this and I have this, I will multiply them to get that, right? So let's see what they're giving us. They're giving us as y being u to the 50th power, and they're giving us u as being 4x to the third minus 2x squared. All we have to do is follow the rule. What rule? The chain rule. So y is a function of u, but u is not a variable, but it's a function of x. So this is our target, dy over dx, the derivative of y with respect to x. So we first have to determine the derivative of y with respect to u. So forget about this for a moment, don't even look there, and tell me, how do I write the derivative of y with respect to u? Just look here and tell me what I should write.
50u to the 49.
That's it. So this is this piece, thank you very much, which is this piece. Now we want to find du over dx. Forget about this. So let's find du with respect to x. Can anyone give us du with respect to x?
It'd be 12x squared,
Excellent.
and then it would be minus 4x.
Brilliant. So now finally they want us to find dy over dx. All we have to do is multiply these two. But careful, because I cannot have u and x in this. So I will be writing 50, but instead of u, what do I put?
The u equation.
Exactly, which one?
4x to the third minus 2x to the second.
Excellent, excellent. That's it, to 49 times this. This is just a notation to throw us off, basically. But it's the same thing.
So I'm assuming that we took the du over dx equation for that just because we wanted to find dy for dx?
Yes,
Okay.
exactly. So we're following the chain rule. So they're asking us to differentiate u with respect to x. I can't directly. I have to first differentiate u with y with respect to u, and then multiply by the derivative of u with respect to x. So we determine this piece as being 50u to 49th power. We determine this piece as being 12x squared minus 4x. In order to determine this, I have to simply multiply these two. I copied 50, but I couldn't copy u. I had to copy what u equals to. And then power 49, and then 49th power, and then I multiply by this. Because it says the derivative of y with respect to x, I cannot have anything else but numbers and x in here. Does it make sense? Okay, again.
Can we leave it on factor?
Oh, we cannot do anything. This is power 49. This is it. Very good question.
We have to factor out.
Yes, you can. You can if you want to. You can factor out 4x and just write 3x minus 1. You could. And then put the 4x in front. So you will have 200x, 4x to the third, minus 2x squared to the 49th, and times 3x minus 1. There is no need.
But we would still get the answer right if we don't.
This is perfect. There is no need to do any of that at this point. You will see what happens in the next chapter, in which we have to do that. But we're not going to have these kind of super sophisticated, difficult to work with functions for the next step. Okay, should we look at the equation of a tangent, or can we move on to word problems?
we look at a tangent one?
Okay, so let's take a look at the tangent. So let's say 49. 41. So always remember, you can go to page 171 and suggest if you want to. Always. Find the equation of the tangent line to the graph of y equals x to the third minus 4x to the 10th power at the point 2, 0. Can anyone give us quickly the equation of a line given a point? This is not the y-intercept. I know you like
minus y1 equals m times parentheses x minus x1.
brilliant, very good. So this is the 2 and this is the 0. I know you guys, I saw you're trying to find the y-intercept in a very roundabout way. It takes you half a page. If you like that method, I like it too then. Okay, the question is, how do we find this? Instead of using this in one line. But you were taught that way, and if it works for you, it works for me. Okay, so how do I find the slope? What is the idea here?
Would we find the derivative of
Yes,
y and then fill in 2 for x in that?
brilliant, that's it. Any questions so far? So can anyone help with y prime other than Brandon? Anyone?
Does it start with a 10 and then your parentheses and your exponent is 9?
Yes. This is not enough. It's good, but not good enough. The formula for a function to the power n prime is n f to n minus 1 times f prime. If I don't continue with f prime, this is not good. So what is f prime?
Would it be 3x squared minus 4?
Brilliant. Thank you very much. So now we are going to plug in here x equals 2. Okay? Now let me see if you can give me this number. If not, I'll find my calculator. I have my calculator up, but I think I can do this faster. So we have 10, and we have, this is 8. Oh, I don't have to do anything. So 8 minus 8 is 0. The whole thing is 0. I didn't even need the calculator. So 8 minus 8 is 0. This doesn't matter anymore. Everything is 0, so this is 0. So then y equals 0. This is it. The equation of the tangent line to the graph of that function at 2, 0 is y equals 0. Okay, I would like us to look at our problem. I'm going to open the book because I would like us to read it together. So please open on page 172 if you like, or wait for 1 second for me to get there. If I can get there, I may not be able to get there. It just says that something is unstable. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I can't open the book. It doesn't. It goes around in circles.
Your internet bar keeps going from like.
Yeah, that's what I
Good or
thought.
bad.
Something is wrong. Okay. So
Yeah,
let me. So I would like to look at problem 59. I can't open the book. Total revenue. So we have the total revenue equals 1,000, the square root of x squared minus 0.1x. R of x is the total revenue in thousands of dollars. Fine. and from the sale of X airplanes units. Find the rate at which total revenue is changing when 20 are sold. So find the rate of change of revenue when X equals 20 are sold units. Okay, what do we need to do? That's our question. Anyone?